Hey there, Steve Day, Boutique Property Agent. So Sydney auction clearance rates on the weekend, 70% clearance approximately. Reported auctions. You know, I was having a coffee with actually a past client this morning, and I said, auction clearance rates are looking good compared to last weekend, and it looks like the market's back where it was. But is it? On a closer look, you look at reported auctions. So what does that mean? Well, on the weekend, I had a good look, and on the weekend, there's due about 670 auctions across Sydney, of which reported results on only about 460 of those. There's about 30% of properties due to auction actually weren't reported. There's about 315 sold of the reported auctions. That gives about a 70% clearance rate. Now, what about the 670 odd that were due to go to auction? If only 315 sold, what happened to the rest of the auctions that weren't reported on? I tell you, in most instances, the reason not reported is because when the auction data people contact the agent in the afternoon to see how their auction went, they just don't answer the phone. The property's passed in or withdrawn. They just don't want people to know about it, so they don't report it. So most of those unreported, the 30% odd that weren't reported on, most likely hasn't sold. If we do the numbers on the 670 odd that were due, of which 315 were actually sold because those agents wanted to report the fact they sold their property, it actually gives really about a 47% auction clearance rate. That's about a 1 in 2 chance of having your place sold in 25-30 days, which is the length of the auction campaign, which is good. But it's definitely not the 70%, which the papers are promoting. Now, you're looking to sell your property. I wouldn't get too discouraged. Like I said, 1 in 2 chance of having it sold in a short time frame like is good. But what's more important now, obviously because it's becoming a little bit more of a neutral market as opposed to a seller's market, is your choice in agent. Really important at this point in time to not just pick an agent based on the big brand they work for, or the fact that they're the only one that you've spoken to, so you just use them. You've got to do your research and make sure the agent that you're picking can really support their advice on which strategy to employ when selling. Auction, I believe, truly is the best way. But that's from 20 odd years of experience in running auctions in both buyer's market and seller's market and neutral market. There's a real reason, a real benefit to that strategy, but there's a lot of work that goes into it when the market starts to become neutral or even a buyer's market. A lot of the agents, the newer agents especially, have no clue on because they've only known a strong seller's market. Anyway, give me a call if it is that you want to get some more information around that, and I'll be keen to sit down, have a coffee, no obligation, have a chat, and let's talk it out a little bit more. Anyway, keep in touch. Like the Facebook page, follow me on Instagram if it is you want to keep up with a few more insights, and hope to catch up with you soon.